What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Next Gen Career Mode. This is episode number 88, and we start today's episode off by seeing that Lasogga has indeed been injured. He got injured in the last game, in the last episode, but he's only going to be out for 8 days with a bruised elbow, which is fantastic. So that's good. I was really worried when it first happened, but thankfully, because we have an international break coming up as well, he won't miss a single game for our club. And yeah, I'm not going to say the injury couldn't have come at a better time, because you never want to see your players get injured, but at least it's not going to affect any club duty. But William Carvalho has also been put on the transfer list because he will not accept a new contract, and that's really annoying. The board had just transfer listed him and said, we don't want him here anymore, so that's kind of annoying. To be honest, I don't want to shift him on because I really like him. He's one of our first ever signings as well, but unfortunately, I don't really it's possible he could still stay here. I'm going to offer him new contracts, and hopefully he'll stay, but I think it's just going to be one of those where unless you offer him much more than what he wants, you won't be able to sign him. And of course, because we don't really have that much money at the moment, it's going to be hard for us to give him what he wants. So there you go. But still, we also had some international friendlies there with the Netherlands. We lost one against Peru, and then we won one against Ivory Coast, I think it was. So there you go. And we then took on Schalke here, back in the Bundesliga, and as you can see, Lasogga is back in the lineup. He's totally fine, and yeah, I'm just so relieved about that because Yashil is a great backup striker. We've got Kevin Volland as well, who can play up top, and obviously Marco Reus plays as a striker alongside Lasogga right now. We don't need Lasogga as much as we used to. Even this year he hasn't been on fire. We don't have to have him in our side in order to win games. We're no longer a one-man team anymore. We've got some world-class players around him too, but even so, he is still the best player in our squad by far, 89 overall, and it's just very pleasing to know he's still back in the side and he's not going to be missing any games for us. But anyway, we took on Schalke here for the first game of today's episode at the Olympiastadion, and of course Schalke usually a side who will battle us for the title, and again, I said before, I'll definitely think about doing them next year in career mode if I make one in the Bundesliga, because I really do like their stadium, and their kits are nice as well, and I do have a little bit of a soft spot for them, mainly because of when Manuel Neuer used to play for them. But still, we do take on Schalke, and the first chance of the game would fall here in the 5th minute, as you see William Carvalho offload the ball out wide towards Andre Schürrle. Schürrle plays it infield towards Toni Kroos, who strikes it and finds the back of the net, so Kroos makes it 1-0. And again, what a signing this guy's been, man. Seriously, £30 million plus Maximilian Meyer. It was a lot of money. I saw quite a few of you saying that's a big overspend for him, but I tell you what, this guy is just insane. He really is. I'm getting so much out of him playing him in the attacking mid-slot. So 1-0. And in the 14th minute, you see Goretzka get past his man here and offload it out wide towards Toni Kroos. Kroos crosses the ball in, and Royce finds the back of the net. But I have to say, that was a really bizarre goal, because the header was met. It was a really weird header as well, the way he sort of dived sideways to win it. And the goalkeeper, I don't really know how he didn't save it. Basically, it was right at him. Yes, it was a close range header, but it was right at him, and it wasn't the most powerful of headers, and really, I think he should have saved that, the goalkeeper, but instead, he seems to just sort of fist the ball into his into the roof of the net there. I actually think it came with his forearm, but still, it goes into the roof of his own net, and that makes it 2-0 to Hertha Berlin. 1 for Kroos, 1 for Royce, and yeah, we're in front by 2-0. And in the 42nd minute, Sidney Sam takes on his man, and goes down the right hand side. No, he gets tackled. You see Papadopoulos play the ball backwards towards his goalkeeper. Royce predicts it, intercepts the pass, tries to chip it over the goalkeeper, but I got it wrong, and I put it over the bar and out for a goal kick. So still 2-0, and that should have been 3-0, but to be honest, Schalke didn't really threaten at all. And in the 54th minute, some nice pass and released William Carvalho, but his shot was well saved by the goalkeeper and put behind for a corner. And they weren't threatening at all, Schalke. I was expecting them to come here and try and attack and get a couple of goals, but instead they were just trying to defend, and they weren't really doing a good job of it either. And in the 55th minute, you see Sidney Sam collect the ball, offload it down the left hand side towards Schürrle, who strikes it, but it's a good stop by the goalkeeper. He turns it behind for a corner, and it is still 2-0 as things stand. But in the 61st minute, Kroos gets onto the ball here and gives it to Lasogga. So those two starting a counter attack, not really the quickest of players to burst forward, but Lasogga's got the strength to get around his man and keep on going. He shoots, but it's a good save by the goalkeeper, and it is still 2-0, 63 minutes in. But a couple minutes later, you would see Schalke get the ball forward here towards Kevin Prince against Boateng. He flicks it backwards towards Jefferson Farfan, who plays it to Boateng down the right hand side, plays it back to Farfan, keeps on going, offloads it towards Hoga. Hoga shoots and Hoga scores. And I have to say as well, Ter Stegen really should have saved that one. You know, I mean, it was one of the first shots Schalke had all game, and I really do feel as though Ter Stegen should have saved that. To be honest, it was, you know, it wasn't right in the corner. It was hard for him to get to, but I think he should have saved it. And instead, he tips it onto the post, and it does roll into the bottom corner. Roll into the back of the net. So 2-1. Schalke back in the game, but even despite the fact they'd scored that goal, they still weren't really threatened at all. And Sidney Sam hits the post there from a free kick, and the game does finish 2-1. So yeah, despite the fact that Schalke, you know, did get themselves a goal there to try and sort of push on, they didn't really push on at all, and we managed to seal what was really a comfortable victory. And I think a one goal win was a little bit. I don't know, it sort of didn't really tell the whole story. We probably should have won the game by 2, 3, possibly even 4 goals, really, because we had a lot of attacks. Schalke didn't really threaten, and yeah, I'll take the win, don't get me wrong, but I feel as though we should have done a little bit better than that in terms of the scoreline. But still, William Carvalho then declines his contract again, so he doesn't want to stay here, clearly. He's not happy with the wage demands, and it's just one of those things. We can't really afford to pay him exactly what he wants at the moment, but even so, he might leave in January, he might not. I'll be trying to keep hold of him, but even so, we'll have to wait and see. But we took on AC Milan for the second and final game of today's episode here, and as you can see, I rested the entire squad because we don't need to worry about the Champions League anymore. We're already through to the knockout stages. You know, Milan could still overtake us and qualify as first place, but we need to lose both of our games and Milan need to win both of theirs. So really, I can't see it happening. We should be qualifying as top. We're certainly going to be going through regardless of what happens, and again, because we've got to face Anderlecht as well, you definitely fancy us getting at least a point in that game. So yeah, I can't see us finishing anywhere else but first. So I was perfectly fine resting the entire side, and yeah, we do take on AC Milan. They've got some great players, of course, regardless, you know, Mario Balotelli and Honda and El Shaarawy and players like that, so they've got a really good squad. But even so, I still fancy my chance of at least getting a point, and the first chance of the game would actually fall here in the 11th minute as I get the ball with a throw in towards Robin, but it's a really heavy first touch and it comes to Mario Balotelli. He plays it through towards El Shaarawy, but his header goes wide of Bauman's post, making his debut, I do believe, in this game, and he puts it behind for a goal kick, and it's still 0-0. And in the 33rd minute, you see Honda get on the ball and play it over the top towards Mario Balotelli. He's got the legs to beat Jonathan Tah down the left hand side. He cuts onto his right foot here, then back onto his left, ends up drilling in across, and it's just so unfortunate because the goal is scored and it's going to go down as an own goal through Robin because it just takes a massive deflection and it just trickles past the despairing dive of Bauman, goes into the empty net, and it's 1-0 to AC Milan. So a very unfortunate goal to concede there, very unlucky, but it's just one of those things. Sometimes you get luck, sometimes you don't, and in that case I didn't. But still, yeah, Milan do take the lead thanks to that very disappointing own goal. And in the 60th minute here, we tried to level the scoreline. Yashil finds Patrick Herrmann down the right hand side. He takes on Vergara, plays it through towards Yashil, and that was really frustrating. He tries to loop it over Mignolet with the header, but instead it goes straight to the former Liverpool and Sunderland goalkeeper, and it is still 1-0. And in the 68th minute, Montalivo is dispossessed by Herrmann. The pair play a quick 1-2 with Yashil there. Herrmann goes through 1-on-1 and blasts it past the Belgian goalkeeper to make it 1-0, and we are back on level terms in the 69th minute. So great finish by Herrmann, and I'm very, very pleased to be back on level terms there. I felt deservedly so as well. And in the 82nd minute, Sebastian Young collects the ball, rolls it through towards Serge Gnabry, takes on Vergara, beats him with a quick little step over, gets inside and shoots, and finds the back of the net. He rifles it into the top corner, no chance for Mignolet. And with our backup side, we came from behind to make it 2-1 here at the San Siro, and we are leading with 8 minutes to go. So as I said, I still fancy my chance of getting a draw because this squad is still very, very strong. But even so, we look as though we're on course to a bit of a surprising win, really, and it is 2-1. And in the 90th minute, you see Didac cross the wall in towards Balotelli. It's cleared away. El Shaarawy strikes it, but thankfully it goes wide and out for a goal kick, and it was how the game would finish as well. So we collect the win by 2-1. Very, very pleased with it, and that does mean that we are guaranteed to go through as group winners. So even a draw in this game would have guaranteed us going through as group winners. Instead, we've got the win, and as things stand, we've had 5 wins out of 5 games in our Champions League group stage, and we are just performing absolutely fantastically right now. Things are looking brilliant, and yeah, I'm very, very pleased with how things have gone so far. And as you can see, we've guaranteed to finish top of the table, and hopefully we'll stay unbeaten throughout the whole group, and maybe have 6 wins out of 6 games. That would be an unbelievable achievement. But as you can see, the board have also said they acknowledge all the positive changes and the dedication they've seen us bring to the club, yada yada yada. Basically just saying we're doing a really good job, as you'd expect. And yeah, things are looking very, very good here at Hertha Berlin. And yeah, this season could be a memorable one. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, please do leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of my Next Gen Career Mode very soon.